everyone. Welcome to Live with CherylPiper.com. Thanks so much for being here. I see you have a few people on. And today is Wednesday, and Wednesday is interview day. So I have my guest. She is waiting down in the lobby. And you know what? I think I'd like to chat a little bit about how Jennifer and I met. Her name is Jennifer Sacco. I said that wrong. I'm so sorry. She's probably laughing at me. But I just wanted to tell you the story quickly of how we met. And it was online. It was about a year ago. And it was on LinkedIn. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and bring her up and let her, she's laughing at me down there. She's laughing at me. Let's bring her up while I do this. And then I can, hi, Jennifer.
How are you?
I'm great. You know, I was introducing and I thought, wow, wouldn't it be fun just to tell how I met you?
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's just so important for people to kind of reach out whenever that opportunity happens. And real quickly, before I go into that and introduce Jennifer, I just want to say, any of you that are out there watching the broadcast on a link that was shared, what I need you to do is jump over to my business page on Facebook, Cheryl Piper, and you can get there at Cheryl Piper Sends Love. And the reason that I want you to jump over there is because I want you to comment, and that way I can see the comments and Jennifer and I can talk about it and bring you into the show and answer your questions, but I will not be able to see your comments if you're not on the original link, which is at Cheryl Piper Sends Love. So my guest today is Jennifer Sacco, and she is the founder of Remarkable Women. And that website is, actually, you know what? I'm just going to put it up here we'll just flash it across here while we're talking. And that'll make it easy. There we go. And she's also the founder and president of Old Town Title Company in Winchester, Virginia. And I was telling you before I brought her up from the lobby that, you know, how I met Jennifer, it was about a year ago. Wouldn't you say, Jennifer, about it maybe? Yeah. And I was on LinkedIn, and this post came across, and it was a post that Jennifer had posted. And as I read it, and then I was like, well, who is this? This looks like somebody I need to meet. And so I went on and I looked at her LinkedIn profile, and I just sent her a message, and I just kind of told her who I was and said, you know, I just had this feeling that you and I were supposed to meet. And so we chatted, and then she actually interviewed me for her program, Remarkable Women. And now here I am interviewing her. So
great, because I remember that conversation. That conversation was like an hour. We connected like instantly. So you were right on point when you saw that post and had that feeling. And that was one of the best conversations that I ever had, just from it being internet-based introduction. It was amazing. And I remember saying, I have to interview you. So it's so exciting to be on the other side. So I appreciate you extending that offer to me.
Oh, well, I appreciate you being here. And we have a lot of great stuff to talk about today with all the things that you're doing with your program, Remarkable Women. So if you could just share some of your background with our guests and, you know, education and your experience, that would be great.
Sure. So I have been in real estate for 20 some years, and I've owned a title company going on 11 years. And that allows me to have the space to work on things that I'm passionate about, which is making remarkable connections with women. It's very important to me to be able, as I get older, to have more of an engaging connection with my girlfriends, and even new women and new friends that I bring into my circle. And some of that sort of kind of started from, I have 3 daughters. One is 22, the other 2 are 16. And I just realized with listening to how their relationships are with their friends, that I thought I really need to send a message to not only my daughters, but the other women out there, that it's really important to collaborate instead of compete. And so it is my mission. It is my mission to always make sure that everything that I do with remarkable women, that it sets the precedence of to collaborate instead of compete. And so that's a little bit about my background, unless you want me to get a little bit more involved in some of the other things that I'm working on with remarkable women, unless you want to wait until we do that later.
Yeah, we could do that a little later. I'd like to just kind of chat a little bit about what you were saying, the whole thing about collaborating and not competing, because I'm actually, and I don't know if you're aware of this or not, I don't think I've shared it with you. I'm starting a monthly meeting called Tri-State Women Retreats. And that's what the whole basis is about. It's about women connecting and not competing. And my tagline is, together we can lift everyone. And so it's just so needed right now. And so I love that, that's your focus in working with young women and working with women. So if I could just ask you a question, maybe is there like a tip that you could share about collaborating instead of competing, that you wish that you would have learned or knew when you were starting out?
I wish I would have been taught that, in junior high school, with just lots of things. But I think in my professional life, what I've come to realize with collaborating with other women and working on projects is that not only do I succeed more, but I feel better. I have a stronger connection with them. What I might not be necessarily good at, she steps in and fulfills that space that I can't do. And it's just this empowering feeling to, work with somebody right by your side to complete a project that is both going to make you more successful, whether it's on your profile, your resume, or a product, a business. And so I've always been a loner. And I just thought that was the safest way, worry about me, worry about under the roof of my business, and that's it. And I never even considered what it would be like, or how much farther I could have gone had I had that mindset.
I hear you because I was always that way as well. And I've come into this space when I moved back to the East Coast, because I lived in Salt Lake City for 15 years. And I know when I moved back, it was completely different. It was like I wanted to start connecting, and I started having, more of a bond with women than I did when I was younger. And I'm not sure if it was that, did I feel like I had to compete all the time when I was younger? And is that what was going on? And it was just, like you said, safer to just kind of be in my little shell. And but now it's so different, and we do gain so much from being together and lifting each other up.
Oh yeah. And you learn so much more than, like I said, like the things that I'm not good at, for instance, some techie stuff, I can work my way around it, but sometimes I just can't quite figure it out. And it's good to know that the partner beside me, like, that's her thing. You know what I mean? She's like, hand it over. And you're just like, yeah, stuff's getting done. So then it just like for me, like the endorphins are like insanely crazy when I am collaborating. It is insane. It is just a wonderful, like I said, empowering feeling. And it's both ways. So you're feeling the energy between the both of us. Mm-hmm. And I mean, talk about like good meetings to always have set up on your calendar. I mean, because that's something that I always look forward to. So like I always make sure that I have meetings set up during the week that I'm collaborating, because those are things that I really, really look forward to. So, and I get excited. So yeah, I wish I would have figured that out a couple of years ago, but.
Well, oh, I have a little echo. Hold on. I just want to make sure.
There you go.
Do you have Facebook up on your end?
I do.
Can you go ahead and close that down? Let's
All right.
talk. Yeah, I think we're good now. Okay. So, yeah, sometimes that happens, and because we're on the Be Live platform, and then it kind of gives a feedback through. So thank you so much. That's just, I agree with you in having that collaboration time with other people, just put into your day. So how about maybe some tricks that you figured out or discovered along the way to kind of help people with their daily challenges?
A trick is probably more of just a blunt, honest truth, which is with owning a business, I have employees, and one of the things that I think everybody struggles with is admitting when they make a mistake. And so I always set the example that we all make mistakes. I make mistakes. I make them every day. I make mistakes, and I even say to myself, how in the world did I make that mistake? Like, I can't even conceive that I made that mistake, right? But I know. And so I own it. And so I always say, it's so true. The truth will set you free. It's much easier to just be honest and say, and feel okay that it's okay to make a mistake, because as hard as we are about making mistakes, I mean, that's when we really learn. And I bet you that mistake probably is not going to happen again. And if it does, it'll be months before it happens again. And then it's just okay if it happens again, because I just don't expect that we all can be perfect. I don't even want to be perfect. Sometimes I don't even like that word perfect, because I just,
Oh, can I tell you, there's a way that I've come to that word, the word perfect. And that is that whatever is happening is exactly what's supposed to happen for me to learn what I need to learn. So it is perfect.
There you go. There you go. That's such good. See, I needed to hear that, because I'm like, we're not perfect people. But that's a good way to think of it that way. I didn't think of it that way. I like that. So yes, I guess tips are just to, it's so much easier on yourselves if you just admit it instead of get defensive about it, because it does no good for anybody when you start to get in that defensive mode. It just never ends out working out right, so.
Absolutely. I agree with you, because I mean, we're all here to learn. And right. And if we don't experience what we don't want, or if we don't experience those things that kind of just don't go the way we thought they would, well, I mean, what are we learning? We have to experience those.
Right. And I even say in my staff meetings, I expect it, because you're busy. You're multitasking, doing so many different things. What I have come to learn is that they don't want to disappoint me.
Mm-hmm.
And that I can highly appreciate. But at the same time, I'm wanting to say, but it's just okay, because I get that. Like, I understand that. So,
I agree. And it's giving people that license for creativity, because if you just walk through life being safe all the time and never stepping out and experiment or being curious or you can't step into the magic. You can't create. This is how we learn, and this is how we find new ideas, is by messing up once in a while.
I agree. I mean, I'm always more creative when I mess up. I'm like, because, you're trying to figure out how you're going to resolve that. And then you actually realize at the end of it, man, that was pretty good, so yeah, there's the tip.
Yeah, exactly. That's fantastic. And that just helps everyone, because we're all human. We're here to learn. We're here to learn those lessons and move forward. And hopefully that we actually do learn it, so we don't have to keep repeating it.
I know sometimes it takes a couple of times, but that's okay.
Exactly. It takes as long as it needs to. That's what I say. And it's perfect.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I'm going to remember that. That's now it's embedded in my head.
Well, that's fantastic. So I wanted to chat about, what you have going on next. I mean, you have, your company that you have there in Winchester, and you're doing Remarkable Women, where you're interviewing all these amazing women all over the country and what they're doing. But I know you have something new going on your end that you're working on, and I want to pop that up on the screen if you don't mind chatting about it.
I love these pop-ups. Yay! I love them.
I'm going to pop this up, and then I'm going to pull both of us down.
I don't see you.
Coming back up. Go ahead and talk.
There you are. Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We have got the screen on solo for your webpage for Remarkable Gatherings. So I'd love for you to share that.
I'm so excited. So we're getting ready to launch next week. And so one of the things that was important to me with Remarkable Women, so I, started to do the podcast and had an opportunity to do amazing podcasts with women all over. And that, I simply can't tell you how important that foundation was for me. It was amazing. And then so in 2018, I said, I'm going to switch from podcasting to doing a YouTube show, but I really wanted to be unfiltered, because that is my personality. I really want to just talk about lots of things that some people don't want to talk about, or things that people do want to talk about, but we just have an understanding that we're really going to be real and authentic about that subject. And so that's very important to me. And then for the last 2 years, I've been working on a product called Remarkable Gatherings, which there's 4 of them. And they're a box which represents an experience that you will have with either 4 or 8. You have a choice of picking 4 guests or 8 guests. To have a remarkable experience with the box. And what's in the box is completely a surprise. And you get together with all of your women and do the box together and have the unveiling together. And it's an activity that is separate for each of the different boxes. We have Always Be a Gold Digger, which is driven by goals, which is perfect to try to plan one of those experiences like in November, because it's goal driven. And then we have Remarkable Connections, which is basically taking a step back and doing a self-evaluation of the people that are in your life and working hard to cultivate your tribe. And then we have Celebrate You, because I I can attest that I don't pay attention to majority of the accomplishments that I make and that I do. And so it was very important to me to create a box that was intentional about teaching you how to be good about celebrating those big or small victories. So to lay it out, like how it goes is you invite your women and your friends, and it's best if you invite, 2 to 3 close friends, but 2 other friends that might not know other people that you feel like might really make a connection, because you do want to try to make some introductions and make new connections. And you just have some great wine and appetizers, and then you all get around this box and have this wonderful experience that I can't tell you about because it's a surprise.
But each one has a theme, right? Each one has a theme.
Each one has a theme. The last one, so the remarkable connections, like I spoke about, is like cultivating your tribe. And then the reunited is a special college edition for, I know there's lots of women that get together in sororities or college BFFs who get together for once a year trips. And so that box would be a great thing to take on that little mini vacation that they can do together. So that's a little collection edition that we created, which is under the Girl Evanting, which is another sub-brand of Remarkable Women that focuses on girl getaway trips, and so that box fell underneath that Girl Evanting sub-brand of Remarkable Women. So I'm excited.
Thank you so much. And so when are these going to be available? Because I see there's a BOGO right now. It's
right. Well, you can pre-order now. You can pre-order now. Full launch is next week, but you can go ahead and pre-order now. And the BOGO special is up until April 30th.
Oh, very good. You know what? I'm going to put, just to let everybody know whether you're watching live or watching the rebroadcast, I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the comments for this so that they can just link right to it.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
Yeah, I just, as I was watching this, I need to move these screens around just a little bit. There we go. As I was watching this, I just thought, wow, this just looks like so much fun.
It's fun. It is fun. And actually too, there's two YouTube videos that shows one of the experiences that I did that gives a really good insight of what to expect for an evening of having one of those boxes. And so that's under Remarkable Women for YouTube. And it's under Remarkable Gatherings, and there's 2 videos.
Oh, great. Yeah. So guys, check that out. I did watch the videos, and it just looks like so much fun. And they're not long to watch. I mean, but it really does show, just this bonding and connecting with each other. And it looks like a lot of fun.
It is. It was really important for me to create something where every voice was heard, not one more than the other equally. And to really, really connect and engage instead of having a happy hour where we're talking about work or home or school activities. We were really focusing on just really ourselves and our friendships. And that's just really important to me.
Oh, well, I'm good luck with that. I'm very excited for you, and I'll do whatever I can to help you because it's just a wonderful idea.
Thank you.
So is there anything else you'd like to share? I mean, we're coming up on our time here. And is there anything else you'd like to share that maybe I didn't bring up?
No, I think, the big launch was a big thing to talk about, and the new unfiltered show that I'm doing on YouTube. I think that's it. I think we got it all.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And I'm gonna run your website across there again for everyone to see. Yeah, Jennifer Sacco, and she is a remarkable woman. And I'm gonna take you back down to the lobby, Jennifer, while I finish out the show, and then you and I'll chat a little bit.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks.
Wow, that was fantastic. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And again, this is live with CherylPiper.com. And tune in on, I just want to kind of give you an idea of what's coming up. Tune in on Sunday for, oh, hi, Lisa. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoyed. That's fantastic. So tune in on Sunday evening for Sunday evening meditation to get you ready for the work week. This is, just a program I've put together to help remove that stress from Sunday night. You get a good night's rest, and then moving into a fresh Monday morning work week. It's not long, maybe a 10-minute meditation just to relax. And then Monday is, again, my show at 1 o'clock Eastern time. And I think my subject is going to be stepping into courage. That came to me today, and I thought, well, I guess this is what my show is supposed to be about Monday. So please tune in, and I would love you to bring your comments, any questions that you have. I love it when you're part of the show. Again, this is CherylPiper.com, and I am Cheryl Piper. And check out, as I was chatting a little bit earlier, I'm going to run that across the bottom as we're going, tristatewomanretreats.com. Anyone that's in the tri-state area of South Central Pennsylvania, Maryland, or the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, grab your tickets because they're going fast and I haven't even advertised it yet. So check that out. I will see you next week. I appreciate your comments. I answer all your comments, whether you're watching live or on the replay. So please put your comments in. Take care.